We formed IEX. We're the newest stock exchange in the US. We were formed in 2012, launched as a stock exchange in 2016. You might be wondering, why is there a stock exchange on this panel? The cheat sheet version of what we do is we set out to institutionalize fairness in trading. So technology is a great thing. I used to be a network engineer in the telecom sector, nothing to do with trading whatsoever. But as things got faster and faster in trading, we felt like there was disintermediation for the investors. So sometimes people don't look at Wall Street and mutual funds and hedge funds as the disintermediated, but in a lot of cases they're disintermediated when they go to execute trades on behalf of the mom and pops of the US. So essentially, or globally, but the solution that we addressed was specifically the US so far. What we've done is the center of ecosystem in US trading are the stock exchanges themselves. And what we did is we sought to build an exchange that slowed things down. And when I say slow things down, as a technologist, it's a hurtful thing to say even to me, but we slowed down trading by 350 microseconds, which equates to 350 millionths of a second. I don't know who calculated this, but apparently it's 1/1000th the blink of an eye. It's a very small period of time. But what that allows us to do is slow down the market and ensure that people trading on our platform get the best treatment. So just as an example, we're about 3% of all US trading at the moment. But if you look at large trades like mutual funds on behalf of pension funds, they do something called block trades, which are large trades. Of trades of $5 million notional or greater, we are almost 40% of the market. So we set out to solve technological issues with technology and provide fairness for people trading. And back to the question on local versus global, it was all about the disintermediation. Who was capitalizing on this high-speed trading to the detriment of the investors, and how do we block them out from the ability to capitalize? And I think unnecessary intermediation is pertinent across many industries, and I'm not here to represent government, but this is something that we think we were invited to be part of the task force for the UN on digital financing and the SDGs. And admittedly, I didn't even really know what that was when we were first invited. But as we've met with this task force, we realized that institutionalizing fairness with technology is something that's pertinent across all things. That's as free spirit as I can go.
I love it. I love it. You got it through in 90 seconds. So let me ask you all, actually, and Mr. Ryan, I think I'm going to start with you. As a business person, in everything that we've been hearing about the 2030 agenda and about accomplishing the SDGs, where do you see opportunity that's not leveraged properly?
It's a great question. What I would say is just this past Thursday, 75% of my company took part in a hackathon, which I didn't even know what a hackathon was, but basically it's getting people together. And we set about with 13 teams, each to tackle different SDGs. And we got back together at the end of the night, and what it seemed was missing and what we seemed is something that we could tackle, it all relates to data. Doesn't matter what the SDG is, but it's a matter of data, normalization of the data, understanding the data, and then directing that data to do something. So as an example, we were looking at sustainable cities. What does that mean? How do you even know if a city is sustainable? How do you grade that it's sustainable? Well, through data, you can take in and you can analyze it, you can see what works, and you can help then again through data push that out in different cities. So we're a big believer in, anyone who works in finance obviously understands the importance of data. I just think data needs to be, broadly, there's a much broader spectrum of how you can use data. And that's why we've been so excited. Like we're honored to be part of this task force, because I see all these other members on the task force and all the amazing things that they've done for humanity. And then I ask, well, why are you inviting a stock exchange to be on this task force? But what a stock exchange has from a perspective that's very different to anyone else on our task force, I think they'll agree, is the idea to take huge amounts of data, normalize it, make it understandable, and actually usable for a change.